Welcome back. From a child's first uttered words to their first steps, nothing can describe the joy of watching the growth of a child. Filled with adorable illustrations and the refrain, "You are the one made just for me." Say hello to the author of Made for Me, Zack Bush. Welcome, Zack.
Well, hello, good morning. Thank you for having me.
So Zack, we all know that you're the owner of the famous Ball and Chain, which I don't know if we're gonna go do karaoke there together because he's got a good voice. I'm terrible, but and you've gone with your dad. It's such a great place.
Thank you so much.
It's become an institution on 8th Street, and so we love it there. So, but this transition from club owner to author, pretty amazing.
How does that happen?
That's a really good question. 2 kids later, that's how it happens. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I have a soft spot in my heart, and
you needed an outlet.
Yes, totally.
So how did you come up with the title, Made for Me? What was your inspiration for writing this book?
The inspiration was my oldest son, Ace, and then later my daughter, Ava. I found myself oohing and awing over both of my kids, the same way that we often see in books, moms oohing and awing. And I really found myself wanting to capture those moments and get them down into a book. My wife and I would read to our children every single night.
The same old, right? Good Night Moon.
Good Night Moon, The Giving Tree, a lot of, exactly. And there were a lot of Hungry Caterpillar, a lot of amazing books, and a lot of books that I had never seen before, that some were good, some were not as good, but none of them seemed to really capture a father's love. And so that was my goal, to really put it from a dad's perspective and show that not only is it okay to ooh and awe, but you should do it. I mean,
you should do it.
There's nothing better.
And that's what I love about this character in your book, which we need to come up with a name for, because he is so appealing. He draws me, and he's just like big but gentle, like a gentle giant.
Yes, I think that was the whole purpose, was to have this large hulk of a man, but really just fall in love with this little infant wrapped around, that has him wrapped around the finger.
So you identify with him a little bit.
Oh, I would say that's certainly.
Okay, so the book is doing really well. Like, you're selling a lot. And you're even selling out, right?
Yes.
Reprint.
Yes, the book is now on its third print. We recently made a national bestsellers list, which was, a tremendous honor. Publishers Weekly.
So how did that feel when you found that out?
This whole process has been overwhelming, because you put your heart and soul. The book took over 3.5 years to bring to life, and to really see on social media and the Amazon reviews and people identify with it, there's nothing better. Anyone that's ever written a book before, or certainly a children's book, a first-time author, you don't do this for financial reasons. It was a labor of love. So to see people feel and connect with something that is so real in my own heart and in my own life, it's been overwhelming. It's the best word I can describe.
Maybe something you didn't intend is that maybe some divorced dads that spend time with their kids would have this to.
No, that's absolutely true. I've received several messages from dads that have told me that this book has become very special to them for that reason as well.
That makes a lot of sense.
I'm actually amazed that you're filling a niche, right? And it's taken this long for it to be filled. And
there are some dad books out there, but like I said, there were no dad books that focused on the love. There
being gentle.
Exactly, and I agree with you. It was one of the inspirations to get this book done, and I think that's one of the reasons that people have really identified with it and connected with it for that very, very, same reason you just mentioned.
So one of my, I'm trying to think, how do you get in the mindset to write a book that will appeal to children? Like, you don't think like a child, or you don't?
No, I mean, I've tried to think somewhat like a child. You don't want to use words that are too complicated, too many syllables. But more than anything, I just try to identify with myself as a father and connecting with the emotion that I feel, and how do you get it out?
Yeah, because the book really is about you.
Correct.
The book is about all the joy and how your heart is opening up while you interact with your child. There's nothing that they say that you don't know the joy of parenthood or fatherhood or motherhood until you experience it yourself.
True.
And it was something that I had been told 1,000,000 times, but boy, is it true.
Well, I can just see, just when you talk about it, it's like, this is an
life has a new meaning.
Yeah.
Like I said, I would have never imagined not sleeping, so many nights writing a children's book, but it just happens because what you feel, or what I felt, was so overwhelming.
So you got great reviews on Amazon.
Yes.
What do your kids think?
My kids love the book. My kids,
okay.
My kids do love the book. They've they've been hearing the book and every version of it for, you know, the past 3 years. So I'm not going to lie, there are times where they don't want to read Daddy's favorite book anymore. They want to read, you know, whatever the new book is that we've brought home. But they know this is a very special book. And no matter how many superheroes we read about, Superman, Batman, Iron Man, they know very well that Daddy's the real superhero.
So where can we go for more information, find out more about that?
You can find, you know, I have a great local partner with Books and Books, Amazon, Barnes and Nobles. It's available, Costco, bookstores nationwide.
Awesome.
All right, Zack Bush, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
Best of luck with the continued success of this really special book.
And I'll see you guys at Ball and Chain soon.
Yes, for sure. On stage
That's
singing.